Hey there, and welcome. Today, we're going to cut through all the noise and demystify what it actually means to live a healthy life. We're breaking it down into a simple, actionable blueprint. So, let's get right into it. So, let's start with the big question. What does it really mean to be healthy? I mean, it sounds simple, right? But with all the conflicting advice out there, the answer can feel super complex and honestly, pretty overwhelming. But here's the secret. Real health isn't about finding that one perfect diet or some magical workout. It's all about building a solid foundation for your well-being, something that's going to support you for life. And that's the blueprint we're laying out today. We're going to walk through the 4 fundamental pillars of health: how we fuel our bodies, how we move them, how we rest, and of course, how we take care of our minds. Then we'll pull it all together at the end. So think of this as your personal blueprint for well-being. Good health isn't something that just happens by accident. It's really a journey built on consistent choices in a few key areas that all work together to make you stronger and more resilient.
And here they are, the big 4, the pillars that hold everything else up: balanced nutrition, regular exercise, quality sleep, and mental wellness. When these are solid, your entire foundation is stable. Let's start with that first one.
All right, pillar number 1, nutrition. This is so basic, but we forget it all the time. What we eat is literally the fuel that powers every single thing our body does. It's a building block for our energy, our recovery, everything. So what does good fuel actually look like? Well, the dietary guidelines for Americans suggest it's all about variety and balance. A super simple way to think about it is the plate method. Just try to fill half your plate with colorful veggies and fruits, about a quarter with some lean protein, and that last quarter with whole grains. The real goal here is whole, nutrient-dense foods, not a bunch of complicated rules. No, I know what you might be thinking. Who has time to eat like that every single day? And that's where this total game changer comes in: meal prepping. It's really just this simple idea of cooking ahead so you have healthy, ready-to-go meals when you need them. It saves you from making those last-minute, not-so-great choices. And listen, you do not have to cook for an entire week every Sunday. Just start small. Seriously, just pack up your dinner leftovers for lunch tomorrow. That's it. Then maybe you try prepping one big recipe that'll cover you for a few days. The whole key is to build a simple, consistent habit that actually works for your life. Okay, let's move on to our second pillar: exercise. And look, this is not about becoming a marathon runner overnight. It's about remembering one simple truth. Our bodies are literally designed to move. And what's so cool is how beneficial even the simplest movement is. Check out this quote from Dr. Randall Camarillo. He basically says that walking is like giving your joints a nourishing drink. It circulates the special fluid that delivers nutrients and actually strengthens your cartilage. How amazing is that? So how much do we actually need? Well, experts say that just 30 minutes of walking a day, 5 times a week, is linked to a nearly 20% drop in the risk for coronary heart disease. Think about that. It is such a small investment for a massive, massive return. And the benefits just keep stacking up. It's incredible for your heart. It strengthens your bones by stimulating new growth. And this is a big one. It has a huge impact on your mental state, helping to reduce symptoms of both depression and anxiety. All right, next up is a pillar that so many of us, myself included, tend to neglect: sleep. This isn't a luxury, you guys. It is a non-negotiable biological need. It's the time when our bodies and our brains get to repair, recharge, and just hit the reset button. The key to getting better rest is a concept called sleep hygiene. And it's a great name for it. Just like dental hygiene keeps your teeth healthy, sleep hygiene is all about creating the right habits and environment to get that high-quality, restorative sleep we all need. And the difference between good and bad hygiene is, well, it's night and day. Good hygiene means a consistent schedule in a cool, dark, quiet room. Bad hygiene? That's an erratic schedule, scrolling on your phone in bed, or maybe hitting a really intense workout right before you try to wind down. So, how do you actually build good sleep hygiene? You create a little wind-down routine, try to stick to a schedule, even on the weekends, power down those screens at least an hour before bed, do something relaxing like reading a book, and turn your bedroom into a sanctuary that is just for sleep. And that brings us to our final, and let me tell you, equally critical pillar: our mental wellness. You see, our inner state isn't separate from our physical health at all. It's completely 100% intertwined with it.
The National Institute of Mental Health has this really great definition. They say it's not just about the absence of an illness, it's our emotional, psychological, and social well-being. It basically shapes how we handle stress, how we relate to other people, and the choices we make every single day.
This is so important to remember. Your mental health isn't some side thing you only pay attention to when there's a problem. It's a constant, fundamental part of who you are. It's always there, influencing everything you do, feel, and think.
So, just like we have to work on our physical health, we need to actively care for our mental health. And these don't have to be massive projects. Take practice gratitude. That could literally be taking 30 seconds when you wake up to think of one specific thing you're thankful for. Or just learning to say no sometimes to protect your energy. These small actions have such a big impact.
So we've gone through the 4 pillars. Now for the most important part. How in the world do you actually build them? Well, the secret isn't some grand sweeping change. It's about laying one small brick at a time with consistent, tiny habits. And this is kind of how it all comes together. You've got your daily habits, like drinking enough water and getting sleep. Then weekly habits, like planning out some meals. You have monthly check-ins on your goals, and of course your yearly appointments to make sure everything's on track. See? Each one is just another brick in that strong foundation. So I'm going to leave you with this one question. Forget about trying to overhaul your entire life overnight. That's just not realistic. Instead, just think about today, right now. What is the one small, simple brick you can lay to start building a stronger, healthier foundation for your life?